Hi, my name is Rajat and I'm the founder of Resumod. India Fund Fest has given us an excellent platform to present our ideas in front of investors. This is the first time I'm pitching my product in front of an investor gathering. I hope it turns out well. The bootcamp that India Fund Fest conducted was excellent. The sessions were very insightful, and I've personally learned a lot, especially the finance part during the bootcamp. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Good morning, everyone. My name is Rajat and I'm the founder of Resumon. Every year, 20 million graduates pass out of Indian colleges. They all need a job. At the same time, there are about 45 to 50 million active or passive job seekers in India at any point in time. What is common between these 70 million job seekers? They all need a resume to apply for jobs. And most of them have no idea of how to write. They search online for templates filled with formats, eventually submitting a very substandard document for jobs. Almost 95% of these job seekers submit below standard resumes to apply for jobs. Resumod helps these job seekers build their resumes within minutes. At the same time, benchmarks them against an indigenous pool of candidates, gives them opportunities, gives them a career path analysis, tells them what goals to actually accomplish to reach their career goals, and presents them with opportunities along the way. Try Resumod. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm Rajat. I'm from Resumod. I'm seeking an investment of 1 CR at an equity of 10%. So, Resumod is a SaaS platform, as Nalin sir said. Uh, we are primarily solving two problems. The first one is that of job seekers, both at the graduate level and at the professional level. People spend a lot of hours in creating resumes, and most of them have no idea about what to write in their resume. In fact, a lot of them do not even understand what to do with their careers. At the On the other side of the table, enterprises spend lakhs of rupees to hire talent, but they do not spend a fraction of that money to actually groom everyone. So only a small bit of people are groomed, and rest everyone is on their own. They either have to figure out what to do in the organization, or they get frustrated and leave. So at Resumot, what we are planning to do is build use machine learning, certain algorithms to first build a platform where job seekers can come and build their resumes in a short span of time. Then we cut the fluff from the resume, only focus on the factual information to assess and benchmark every candidate against every other. So how we are planning to do that is by connecting all the resumes together through some sort of relationship, and telling candidates where exactly the gaps are in their skill, how they can chart a career path, and actually get them prepare a career path for them with goals and milestones. Now, through the corrected resume dashboard, we also plan to help them through their network. So, if somebody who has charted the same career path, we want to get some sort of collaboration between these two people, and have candidates leverage that. Obviously, the benchmark aspect is there, and all these milestones that I talked about, they also have opportunities in the form of learning as well as jobs. At the enterprise side, we wish to build a layer on top of this and give the HR the same view for every employee. So they get to know where each employee stands, where the skill gaps are, and how they can be groomed into particular verticals in the organization. Enterprises also get a career center where displaced employees can access the same tools, they can build their resumes and apply outside. So we launched an MVP last year, 2019, and we just tested out the need for a basic resume builder. It's a very basic product that we built out for now. In the last 18 months, we have about 23,000 users with 5% paying customers, overall paying customers. And most of these are graduates. 60% are from college or maybe 1 year of experience. We also signed a few MOUs. So what we want to do immediately, so we are addressing a market of about 1000 crores. This is coming from the college graduate data and the white collared workforce. The addressable market could be much higher if we account for the entire organized sector population. We want to start ahead by building a parsing engine first, because that will be early revenues for us. Customers have shown that there is a need for this. And once we have the resume builder ready, then we want to move ahead with the analytics part, the benchmarking stuff, and go ahead, and start nudging participants to come back to the platform through some sort of gamification. where they know that they have to achieve certain milestones to reach something. We've projected our last 1 year's growth. The numbers are very small, but we figured the same percentage. We took the same percentage and extrapolated our number of users over the next 4 years, and that is how we've come up with our financials as well. In terms of competition, we are competing with VMOG and JobScan. Both are big players. VMOG is a big player. Both are into benchmarking and analyzing of resumes. The USP for us here is that we are providing a builder as well, because it is an Indian market and they will not be satisfied with just the benchmarking part. Plus, there are career milestones with social linkages, which I just spoke of.
Rajat, I'll have to stop you. Your time is over. Can you stop share screen? So Rajat, tell me a little bit about your own background.
So I've been running GetSet Resumes for almost 10 years now, for the last since 2011. It's a service-based business, almost in the same field where.
What's the revenue of that?
So right now we are under losses. 2018-19 revenue was 99 lakhs, and right now, I mean, in the last 1 year, we've sort of lowered that to about 60 to 70 lakhs.
So when somebody invests in this company, they get that revenue as well, or you're keeping that out of it?
So that is something where I'm open to negotiation, open to a discussion. If required, I'm ready to merge GetSet in the same line of business. But in terms of the valuation and the projections, I've only accounted for resume. So
2019 January you launched, and now you're saying you have 1,350 paying customers. But you also said that your product roadmap that you need to finish all this stuff that you want to do. So right now, when people pay, what is it? Is it an ATM machine with a person behind it?
No, sir. It is a builder itself. We want to basically make it more robust, more automated. So right now, people have to fill up a form, and then the format gets generated automatically, and people download the PDF. What we want to do is we want to cut all the builder part now. You just upload a resume, or you speak to the system, and the system builds the resume for you. Or it just takes data from your resume and parses it and then gives you a new form.
Vijay, you have something?
Yeah. So Rajat, I'm just curious. You said you're open to merging this with your existing company. I'm curious as to what was your thought process behind floating this as a separate venture. Did you think this was monetizable in a much bigger scale? What was your thought process behind?
Yeah, so GetSet Resumes is a service-based business, and as I said, it's been 10 years since I've been running it. So the scalability part is where I am also struggling. It's very difficult to scale that business up. So my point was to pivot to a more automated platform where we could scale faster. The second is, sorry.
No, go ahead, please.
There's a complementary aspect to this business as well. So there is a chunk of population who likes to spend money, who do not have any time. And Resumod is not catering to that. So that population who's spending money comes to GetSet Resumes even now. They will not be going to Resumod. Resumod is catering to their audience who does not want to spend money, primarily at the lowest level of their life.
Are there questions from the investors?
Sir, I'm so sorry, I didn't.
You could raise your hand or unmute yourself and ask.
Hey, Rajat, this is Chinu. Oh, sorry.
So Chinu, you go first, then I'll come to Vikas.
Right. So you mentioned Edge Network in your landscape. In fact, we invested in our VC fund. We invested in Edge Networks, but I know that you have a lot of complementary areas and competing areas. Is there any possibility you can take the solution together to the potential customer? Do you see a possibility?
What I have researched is that Edge Networks is primarily into building the recruitment pipeline for employers. So we are not building a recruiter pipeline as of now. What we have thought of is to leverage the existing database that companies have and help employees in those organizations align better or maybe grow into their roles by assessing their skill gaps.
Okay.
Vikas?
So simple question. So what is your average revenue like for these paying guys?
So we are dealing with very small numbers at this point. We are charging. So we started with a ticket size of 50 rupees per customer, and very recently we increased it to 100 rupees, 99 rupees. So even in the SaaS model that we have created, the subscription model, we have not gone beyond 99 rupees per month for customers. So we're trying to play by volumes here because the number of job seekers is very high.
Okay.
Nisha, you have a question?
Yes, I want to understand that you're creating these resumes for 99 rupees and 50 rupees. What's the input from the client side? Are they really liking it, the kind of output that you're generating?
Yeah, so we are getting subscriptions even as we speak. So we are making a daily subscription of almost 400 to 500 rupees. And this subscription is for a returning customer only. First time a customer comes on the platform, they use it for free for 1 month, and only when they return they are asked to pay a subscription. So these are all returning customers, so they are definitely liking it. We also have a platform where they can leave feedback. So we are not very high, but we are at a 3/5 rating. Customers are satisfied with the output.
So when they pay one time and they come back, they have to pay again?
Sir, when they pay one, so it's a 1 month subscription. So in 1 month they can download multiple times.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Any other questions from anybody?
I didn't understood the model of subscription. What is that? If one's resume is done, it's done.
Little louder.
I did the subscription model. What is that? Why somebody will pay monthly?
Yeah, so there are two parts to it. First thing is, coming from my experience, people actually keep updating their resumes very regularly until they get a job. And even after they get a job seekers have a tendency of actually updating their resumes every time a milestone is achieved, every time they win an award, every time anything happens. They want to keep themselves updated so that they can apply for any new opportunity that comes their way. So this is one part. The second part is, we, as I mentioned in my deck also, there is a little bit of gamification that we want to introduce to keep bringing them back to the platform by telling them where they stand, if their position with respect to their network has changed, if there is a new opportunity available for them. So we keep bringing them back, we keep updating their resume. The moment they achieve a milestone, we update the resume automatically, and we try to bring them back on the platform.
Does that happen every month? Do you think who is seeking a job is achieving every month?
No, at the senior level, that won't happen. In fact, people will not be shuffling jobs as well. But as I said, 60% of our audience will be at the junior most level. So there is a tendency, as I said, they will come back. Even now, students keep updating their resumes, and that can happen every month as well. It could be a small achievement like an extracurricular award they won, or maybe a debate competition they entered into.
Okay.
Pranam, you have a question?
Yes, I do. Hi, Rajat. Thanks for sharing your insights about this industry. I am familiar with the VMock, and I know they do a lot of the resume benchmarking. But I also know that they get a primary amount of their revenues is driven from their enterprise partnerships, especially universities and other corporates. What are your thoughts on building on that roadmap? Why is B2C a better path for you versus B2B?
No. So it's not that way. So we have plans to partner with universities as well. In fact, the moment our parsing engine becomes robust enough, the first thing that we want to target is the B schools in India, and not just the lower rank B schools, but even the IIMs and all. So that path is obviously there. At the B2C level, the stress is because of the volumes. The number of people who actually come and search for resume writing services, who are searching for resume writing templates, formats, is actually too damn high. So if we could harness that number, get them on the platform, then we can actually, with a small ticket size, we can make a lot of work.
Okay.
I do have a follow-up, Nalin, if that's okay.
Please go ahead.
Can you also maybe briefly talk about your customer acquisition costs? I mean, especially since you're targeting the B2C base, how would that kind of evolve over time, and where does it stand today?
So as of now, there are 4 ways we are acquiring customers. One is through student body partnerships. We interact with students and we create ambassadors. We actually leave ambassadors in the college, and they are asked to bring us signups. So we probably pay them an internship fee for that. The second way is through by participating in hiring activities across colleges. Again, you put up stalls and that is how you sell. The third activity is through Instagram. We are again partnering with student bodies which are active on Instagram, and
This question was, what is your cost of customer acquisition? Do you have a number?
Sir, I don't have a number as such.
Fair enough. Stick to the question.
Okay.
Anybody has any interest in offering a deal to him?
You can either say so or you can do a thumbs up if you're interested in making an offer.
Okay, Rajat, we don't see interest in this panel. We'll continue working with you over the 180 days. You may log off now. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I'm Rajat. I'm from Resumod. I had a good experience at the India Fund Fest. The boot camp was very insightful, and the pitching session didn't go that well for me. But the overall experience was great, interacting with the investors and the panelists. Thank you for the opportunity.